I mean, if you don't want all this stuff to continue to happen, if you want change, then look yourself in the mirror. Humanity, get your shit together. That's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking this morning, the reason why all these it's surprising how people keep getting shocked at all these bad things that are happening on this planet. Maybe it's because of the fact that I'm at a certain level of awareness. I've come to this conclusion, so it doesn't affect me the same way it affects other people. Yeah, I still get route. A lot of bad things happen, and I still am bothered by it. Of course, I am. I mean, because a real human being, or someone who has a real soul, or who isn't so broken down that their sense of empathy and so forth is all gone. I mean, it's all gone. I'm not like that, but it's at this point, you really have to say to yourself, really, this is getting old. And I keep saying it over and over again, but people don't want to listen because they're just stubborn. The reason why these things keep happening is because, guess what? It's the state of human consciousness that's happening, as above, so below. As a collective, hey, listen, as a collective, you go, what's going on? Okay, I'm okay, but seriously though, as a collective, it's because of you. As a collective, look, I see the worst of people all the goddamn time, and I'm thinking, wow, no wonder things are the way they are. No wonder people. You wonder why all this inequality is happening. All this. I mean, everybody's crying and complaining about wealth inequality and all this stuff. Blah 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 blah. Well, that's because of the fact that down here on this level, there's people who are selfish. There's people who don't want to give to another person. And it reflects at the top. The top will reflect at the bottom, and the bottom will reflect at the top. That's the reason why things are the way they are. Because a lot of people are so, a lot of people just are so disconnected from their inner divine, or more so their higher aspects. Some people call it the higher self, But they're so disconnected, and they like it. As a result, they no longer don't. That's the problem, They have no moral. People don't have the sense of moral compass within themselves because they lost it because they're so disconnected from their higher aspect. So they have to be retaught that. And the majority of people aren't retaught that. Instead, they're retaught erroneous crap that's given to them by either government or religion. They are given erroneous reasons why you have to be good. And their definition of good is based on moral relativism versus objective morality, which is harm versus no harm. Order versus chaos. It's that simple, that's the thing about it, and people don't understand that. People just don't get it. I mean, how many times do I have to? That's why I haven't been putting out any videos lately, or don't even want to talk about this no more, because people are so goddamn hopeless. And the fact that not many people are listening to this message anyway, so I'm wasting my breath. And the fact that, ironically, I'm a very quiet, private individual that just doesn't want to be bothered by anyone, which is why I don't really go out and whore myself to people. Oh, go watch my videos, please. Listen to my videos, please, please, please. No one ain't gonna listen to shit. Instead, people may want to listen to the drama. People want drama, or people want to be told that, oh, we're gonna go to a new earth, everybody. You want to, yeah, or everything's gonna be okay. You don't have to worry about that. Or people want to hear just about or just about stuff that's feel good nonsense, Just want to hear about feel good nonsense versus actually working on themselves and helping to collectively make some kind of change around here. I have seen way too much into the psyche of people out there that don't want to change. And goodness gracious, these people are super stubborn because of this thing called ego, which is one of the number one enemies out there. Ego, and I'm not talking about just soul. I'm talking about ego, because I'm convinced more and more that ego is just a program. It's not really necessarily you. It's a program, or if it's not a program, it's a series of programs within the self that runs in a certain situation, occurs. And I really think that even people out there who claim to be awake or whatever, they have their own things going. And they're thinking, well, that's because of the fact that they're letting their ego still get to them. They still don't want to realize there's certain things out there they gotta let go, because it's holding you back, and it's collectively holding us all back as a collective. Your actions and behavior, people don't have to understand how that has an impact on other people. All these things that are going on is simply because of the fact that people as a collective need to get their shit together. I mean, why do I have to go into details? Why do I have to assess every little single situation that happens. It's always related to the same old thing. It's related to the fact that the human race is under serious attack on a spiritual level, and the fact that they choose to not acknowledge that. I mean, like I said, it's either part of the same old energetic harvesting agenda from the non-physical forces, or the ones that literally get off the suffering because they literally do get off the suffering, or it's because of the fact that people are just fucked up. People are stupid. People keep doing the same old shit over and over again because of the fact they're too stubborn, and it's hard for me to feel sorry for a lot of these people because a lot of these people don't want to help themselves. Trust me, a lot of these people don't want to help themselves. And if they do, and if they say they do want to help, they expect someone to actually do it for them. Because they have bought into this salvationist mind control program. I mean, and it doesn't have to just be religious. It's just, I mean, like there's some physical authority coming to save them. Or some politician or something. People still believe that somebody is coming externally, is going to come to save us. And you take a look around you, and I don't live in a bubble. It's in my face every single day. I don't live in a bubble. It's something I'm not even looking for. Even if I try not to think about it too much, it comes back into my face. I'm just giving some hard talk about the fact that the human race spiritually on a spiritual level doesn't understand why these things are happening. It's a variety of different reasons, and one of the main things people don't want to hear is because as a collective, we're allowing all this to happen because as a collective, everybody's refusing to make a change within themselves. That's the reason why. But people just don't understand it. It's always the same thing over and over and over again. In the fact that a lot of people need to not get so invested in all this stuff. You get so caught in the system and understanding it's fake bullshit. Real life is pretty much just almost about as fake as professional wrestling. I mean, come on. And it's funny because just like professional wrestling, everybody has to take bumps. It's fake, but people have to take bumps, and those bumps hurt. And you can get injured from taking a bump, especially if you take it improperly. Throughout our lives, we're taking bumps in this fake ass system. We're taking bumps, and quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of all this drama. It's old as fuck. It is old, and people don't and it amazes me how to others it doesn't get over other people. Maybe because of the fact that unlike other people, I've been exposed to a lot of negative shit a lot when I was growing up to now, and seeing a lot of people's negativity on display over and over again. I personally, honestly, and this is gonna upset a lot of people, but honestly, I don't care who I upset because I don't care about anyone. Because of the fact that a lot of people out there, I feel like the whole world is against me. It's me versus the world. But anyways, like I said, I don't care about this, but I honestly don't believe that humanity is inherently good. If anything, they're inherently influenceable. You're not inherently evil either. That's dumb. If they're inherently evil, things will be worse. I think it's just that it's just really easy it's really easy to get tempted into the dark side, so to speak, to be tempted into evil. People are easily tempted into evil. It's that simple because they're so disconnected from the higher aspect, because of the amnesia. They don't know who they really are. They don't know they're this powerful sovereign being that has this connection to a God source that's outside this matrix. A lot of people think that this God source is within the matrix. It's not. That's a trap too, And that's a trap too. The God source is within you. You talk about where we come from. I think where we come from is outside this matrix. That's something beyond my scope. And when you wondering what do I mean by matrix, I'm talking about this construct that many people, if you go look it up, that certain people out there, of course the mainstream media ain't gonna tell you shit about it, discovering that this is like a hologram. There are certain scientists and so forth, you gotta go look it up, that we may be living in a hologram. I'm not surprised. This reality is fake as hell. It's like everything around you is like a program. It's always the same old. There's the same old thing happening over and over and over again. You go, for real? For real? Over and over again, the same old thing happens over and over again. It's a bullshit cycle, and people don't see it. It's a repeat, it's a rerun. There's people who are older than me, and they are so shocked when stuff like this happens. I'm not shocked. I'm thinking, well, it's part of the program. You're living in a reality that is programmed. That the theme is suffering and pain. It's mostly because of the fact that people have consented to it through their actions, whether it be unconscious or not. because or inaction. Inaction is a form of action too. It means not doing. You know what inaction means? I'm gonna be blunt with you. It means not doing shit. That's what inaction is. And the majority of rating race don't do nothing. I'm just gonna be hardcore with you because I no longer am gonna hold back. I'm gonna talk to you how it is. You know, I wake up every morning. It's 2017 going on 2018. It's the same old thing. And people want to say that this and that and the other is happening or that really we're having some magical awakening going on. You know, you take a look at the human. You want to see awakening? Go outside. Talk to some people. You know, strike up a random conversation about something. You know, nothing, something mild. And you're going to see the consciousness of where people are fast. You know? I mean, go to a public place. Observe the people around you. If you want to see where people are at. The social media does a good job. As much as I hate social media, it does a good job. And when I peek into it from time to time, peek my head in like a little, it's like a spy looking in, going, I hope no one catches me. I hope no one catches me. but I peek in, and social media is a good engage of the shadow consciousness. You know, the shadow self that people hide from other people. They put on a mask because they're fake as fuck. You know, they buy into fakeness and all this nonsense. You know, all this archontic nonsense of fakeness because we live in a fake world. And people become fake. I mean, once you see social media is really interesting because you get to see people a lot of people with their masks off, and seeing people with their masks off shows me what people are really deep down. Just because you don't see that mask off in the real world very often, unless you're out in the streets, you get to see what people are really made out of. And I see what people are made of all the time. And it gave me a good gauge of where people are. If you want another good gauge of what people are, go into the YouTube comment section of a very popular video. You get to see the worst of humanity there. You know? I mean, this stuff like this is the reason why the world is the way it is. People don't think I'm looking at it from a negative perspective. No, I'm not. I'm looking at it from a realist perspective. You want to know why the world's screwed up? It's because of the fact that people need to look at themselves inside themselves. They need to look at the shadow selves. They need to look at all the inner stuff within themselves that's holding them back. And you go, oh yeah, I should have done it before. No, because people need to stop understanding that seeing the good in everyone all the time is kind of counterproductive. It's pretty uncounterproductive when you're not looking into the shadow of people. You know, I'm sorry. Maybe it's because of maybe I'm thinking like this because of the fact that I'm so isolated from the human race and why I see it. And it's just the fact that it's just I'm like this. There's a reason why I call myself the alone observer, because I'm alone. I'm observing all this bullshit. And actually saying to myself, man, you guys are just a bunch of crazies. To all these people out there who are unconscious and spiritually and emotionally sick and don't want to acknowledge that they're sick. Oh, I'm fine. What are you talking about? I mean, from a perspective of someone who it calls himself a lone observer, it sucks being a lone observer because I'm thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do? Me ranting and crying and complaining about this ain't gonna change shit. I'm just pointing something out to someone out there that may get it. I'm hoping one day somebody's gonna get it and someone's gonna apply it to themselves and go and talk and share this with other people. You know, I'm not necessarily talking about this video or this audio thing, but they share it themselves with other people. You know, and understand and say to myself and start understanding that the most important thing to worry about right now is not this whole thing, this whole ascension or this other stuff. It's doing inner work. It's taking a look at this the shadow side of ourselves and actually saying to the shadow, hey, I know you're there. I acknowledge you. I'm not going to deny and reject you. Come on, give me a big old hug. You know, because you got to show compassion and love for your shadow instead of rejecting it and denying it, which is part of the problem. And once you do that, start to heal that shadow. Start looking at yourself and going, why I react and do things a certain way. You know, that type of thing, you know. I mean, it's just, that's the way things are. And people don't get it. People are wondering, oh, why this is happening all the time? Well, the fact that this stuff is just a rerun on top of it. It's a rerun because this system is designed to fuck you over. That's why a lot of people don't want to be told what this reality is all about. You know, because this is a hijacked reality. This reality is hijacked by dark forces that want to control people, so they can harvest their energy. That's what it's about. But people don't want to hear it. People want to actually deny and go, "Oh, you're crazy." Oh no, you're crazy. But I don't give a shit. Honestly, I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you call me. You know, if you don't like it, you can just leave. You know, I don't care. I don't care about anybody because they don't care about me. It's that simple. I don't like people very much because a lot of people just don't get it. You know, and a lot of people are just antagonizing for me, make me feel. I feel uncomfortable around a lot of people as it is, because I really feel like because a lot of people because I just feel I just don't resonate with anybody really. Even other people out there, you know, who's supposed to be like me, right, or have things in common, I don't resonate with them either. I feel distant from them. You know, I just feel so distant and alone around people. Around people, I feel so lonely around people. When I'm by myself, I feel good, but around people, I feel lonely. You know. Maybe it's the nature of being an introvert, but it's more than that, though. But what the hell else I'm supposed to say? Oh, man. What a rush. What a trip. And people just don't get it. Jan, okay, we're done.